with Chief Meteorologist Eric Finkenbinder.
You can tell my dad, I wanted to put a hat on that one, kid. It's cold out there. And for some of us that did go out sledding a little earlier, coming back in with rosy red cheeks. As a matter of fact, it was a snow day, but notice the hill. We're going to see a lot more of those kids getting out and enjoying that hill, even though not a very big hill, but just enough to enjoy. For many of us, the first time we could get out and go sledding in the snow. The two other times that we did have snow barely lasted or changed into rain or slush. This one's all snow, and it's here to stay for at least this week and this weekend. I love these gorgeous views here. I'm sure a lot of the students at the Shippensburg University campus not too happy with the temperatures at this point. It is going to be the coldest night so far this season and this year, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Here's some other locations we showed you earlier. Some areas getting 3, even up to 4. Abbottstown and Adams County, 2.8. High Spire, 2.5. Lancaster, 3. 4 in New Bloomfield, 3.6. We go to Felton for those of us in York County. 21 now in Carlisle. We got Chambersburg and Mifflintown, Halifax into the teens. It's not windy. It just feels like it is because when it kicks up 5-10 miles an hour, we quickly drop down into the single digits, what it feels like. So I'm not really anticipating really big concerns for blowing snow. This is not one of those, nor'easters where we just get these whipping winds behind it. Nah, it's breezy, but it certainly is going to be chilly when the winds do kick around a little bit. Tonight's lows, we're going for a low of 13, but I would not be surprised if we see 9, 10, 11 degrees heading into the morning hours because of the snowpack. And we've got some nights now that will be dropping into the teens and 20s here. Actually, the rest of this week, teens, 20s will be our lows. High pressure builds in to keep us quiet for now. So here's our precision cast. There's not really a lot to discuss for Wednesday. It'll be a little bit breezy. Sun makes a little bit of a return. Hopefully that kind of helps to kind of chew away some of the snow on the blacktop and spots and some of the roads, secondary roads. For Thursday, clouds do return. You're probably hearing about snow on Friday, and certainly our forecast team will be talking about snow. This will be accumulating snow, and I do think it is going to be very similar to what we just experienced. I would categorize it as light snow. However, it will be during the day on Friday. So this is not an overnight. It could be here during the pre-dawn hours of Friday, and most of this accumulation will be during the daylight hours on Friday. So make plans accordingly. Again, even though it's not much, we know it doesn't take much here to really cause some traveling issues here around the area. Wind speeds for tomorrow, notice it breezy, wouldn't call it windy, but certainly breezy for us, and it will be cold, 26 for the high. Thursday, we're going 35, watching that snow, and I'd say by tomorrow we'll have a better idea as far as snow amounts for Friday's snow. The weekend will be cold. It will start off blustery. We do begin to bounce back. I'll give you another few seconds to take a look at that 70 forecast because everything changes next week. We go back to that warm, unseasonably mild winter. I'd say 40s and 50s will be common here as we wrap up the last full week of January. A lot of rain across the middle of the nation, but for us, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple of those days that would include some rain showers.
Well, a little something for everybody to get.
It's quite a good mix.
Thanks, Eric. All right, expert.